Greetings, fellow divers. Now, today is quite a special day. So we're attempting another Super Helldive mission solo, and this was a successful mission because, well, I don't really upload on successful missions, obviously. Now, I tried to record this multiple times already with my friend before, well, and it didn't go quite well. And you will see a couple of clips from those moments, and if you don't see them, then it either means that I've changed my mind or I am yet to receive them from my friend. But yeah, our major order is to kill 6 billion Terminids, and that's exactly what we're doing today on Fenrir 3, which is also one of the 4 planets that we have to protect. Oh, defend, I mean, I'm sorry. Yeah, this mission was quite cool. And yeah, also this is a voiceover, not a live commentary like the last time. Yep, so our extraction point is clear, which is something you'll love to see. 2 Shrieker nest locations, which is awesome. Well, you can tell I'm very happy about that. Because bringing recoilless rifle against Terminids is not something a lot of people do, but I think it is very fun. And also, yes, you saw the loadout we had at the beginning. It's simply bringing the, how's it called, the Gatling barrage, then the Eagle cluster bomb, a Gatling sentry, and then obviously the recoilless rifle, who is our main star of the show, killing heavies and everything. And as for the primary, secondary, and grenade slots, for primary you can pick anything you want, really. I just got the Knight, MP98 Knight, simply because that's the first weapon that I want to upgrade to its fullest. Also, I saw that there were 11 kills, not 12, and that's why I knew that there was one more enemy left. But yeah, brought the Knight because why not? Funny, and also that's the weapon that I want to upgrade first. Then the grenade pistol, for obvious reasons, and the frag grenade because it has a very nice area of effect, as well as it, like, also, what's it called? Basically shooting out a bunch of shrapnel, which does surprisingly a lot of damage. Yeah. That bug hole there to the right was from the Bile Titans, so throwing down the sentry over there was my only option, really. For a second I thought that bug hole over there as well was already closed, but no, it wasn't. But yeah, eagles can sometimes close off bug holes, but that's like very rare. So can the Gatling barrage as well. Yeah. Otherwise, if you're into like very aggressive play against Terminids, this loadout, especially with the Knight, is very fun in my opinion. Although the loadout is very active, you almost always have access to any stratagems you want, both offensive and defensive. Still, I'd say that it is pretty bad at closing off or tackling mega nests, simply because we don't have any large area of effect sort of utility in them. Usually when tackling, well, as far as I know, usually when tackling mega nests, you would go for some orbital such as 120 or 380 barrage, maybe even like a, how's it called? Yeah, orbital napalm barrage. It has a very large range as well. But yeah, we only bring the Gatling barrage and the cluster bomb, which on their own do barely anything against bug nests. But what they do very well, in fact, what they do is just clear large areas of enemies, which is exactly what you'll see happening multiple times in this in this gameplay. Our kill count, like, I think went all the way up to 69 at some point. Yeah, you'll see that. These guys have no clue where we're at, so it's good to not aggro them, not to get their attention. That Bile Titan was just a side character, so he got rid of him swiftly. I really like using the Knight against bugs because of its quick dispersion of damage, and it's almost like a laser, like weapons. One of the laser weapons, the scythe, I believe. Yeah, scythe. The one, like the laser pointer, basically. But it's a lot quicker, in my opinion, and it has very good ergonomics for a submachine gun. You can wield it with one hand, and it's just, in general, just a very good, versatile tool. Yes, it is light armor penetrating, but I mean, I don't really mind that, given that I have the grenade pistol in this loadout. Also, if I haven't mentioned, yeah, we also bring the siege ready passive, the light armor version, because it's just, well, it's just awesome in general. Like, why would you not bring it against bugs, right? Maybe, okay, for exceptions of something like an engineering kit. Also, now we're at it. What do you guys think about, like, just the whole light armor, medium armor, and heavy armor pick or choice, whatever? English. Wow, my goodness. So yeah, my question is, what is you guys' favorite like armor to bring against different factions? I usually pick light armor like against almost any faction. In rare cases I bring medium, and in very rare cases I bring heavy. It's not that I, you know, don't like it, it's just not really my thing. Yeah, and against bugs especially I usually bring only light armor, because in my philosophy, if you're getting hit or damaged by the bugs, then you're already doing something wrong. You know, you're supposed to, like, since they're all melee units, well, almost all of them, you're supposed to get rid of them before they catch up to you. Yeah, look at that beautiful kill count. So yeah, and also being swift on your feet is always very good against bugs, because movement is life in this game. That impaler there is very funny. He like decided to attack, gave up, and then immediately ate the rocket.
Objective near your position.
Also, yeah, I know. I don't have to use the recoilless rifle against Alpha Commanders. I know that, but it's fine. You know, I always resupply, almost always resupply in this game. Plus, using the recoilless rifle against bugs, as I said before, is not really a big deal. But if you want, you can, of course, switch it up for Quasar Cannon, but then you will have to wait for the charge up. And in my opinion, if you are going to bring a Quasar Cannon instead of a recoilless rifle, for example in this loadout, then switch either the Gatling barrage or the Sentry for the backpack, like either the warp pack or the jump pack. Because, well, if you're going to stand still for a very long time trying to charge up your shot, you might as well move around a little bit with the help of the packs. But anyway, we got that Stalker right there, they're annoying. When facing against Stalkers, I don't usually, you know, find them difficult or anyhow threatening. I just see them as annoyance, and that's it really. Yeah, okay, and we can see that this type of stalker lair is with one stalker hole and one little bug hole. The stalker hole, as you can see, obviously spawns stalkers. The little hole spawns 3 potato bugs. Either the scavengers, the pouncers, or the what is it called? Like bile scavengers, or whatever they're called. I don't know. But you probably know what I'm talking about. So yeah, get rid of the main threat and then the secondary. Also, speaking of Super Helldive, usually when going up against bugs on Super Helldive, for whatever reason, my main problem or issue when playing against them is not like the poorly picked loadout, the bugs that I face, like the bug type that is, or anything like that, or not even the mission itself or the side objectives or something like that. No, it's always the time. I'm always running out of time whenever I face against the bugs on Super Helldive. I have no clue why, but with today's video I hope to change that a little bit, improve that somehow. Also, I thought that that thing there was a bug hole, but it wasn't. I really don't like going in to the bug nests, like as in wander around inside of them, because as soon as you do, then the bug holes themselves will sort of like wake up and start spawning in enemies, and that's, well, obviously annoying. There. So it's always good to either like go around them or snipe them out from afar. In only rare cases, when you feel ballsy, can you do that. You know, as in going in, guns blazing. We got a bug breach there that I did not expect. So yeah, instantly throwing all of the available stratagems at them and looking at the kill count go up. Essentially. It's very fun. Also, make sure to support your sentry with the recoilless rifle, like I did there. There was a charger that it could not, well, obviously shoot through its armor. So it's always good to kind of get rid of the heavy threats, so that the sentry does not waste ammo on them. That tower there is the main objective, which we're going towards. And surprisingly, so far, we've wasted less than 15 minutes on a mission. And we're almost done, I'd say. We already got the SSSD. Also, this is pretty nice to use against alpha commanders like this. As soon as they spawn their units, you can switch to just normal HE and shoot like the alpha commander's head or anywhere on his body, and not only will it kill the alpha commander, but the units as well, which is awesome. Very versatile thing, the recoilless rifle, that is. There's no reason for that, but oh well. Nice, okay, that kinda got rid of most of the enemies except for the alpha commanders. Okay, here I had to switch to knights, yeah. Yeah, I had to push these bugs as well, because they were already too far away from the alpha commander there. And also, yeah, this is what I mean by recoilless rifle not really being an issue. When you can reload, it's, well, usually when most of the enemies are dead or are very far away from you. And when you need to resupply, you either, well, obviously resupply, but if you need that again and you have no supplies near you, then usually another recoilless rifle is already ready, waiting for you. Also, I would not recommend upgrading your knight if you have one up to its extended magazine. Sure, it sounds great, but honestly, the extended reload time, as well as, well, less mags, is not really tasty for the extra 20 bullets that you get. I've already tried that. It is fun in theory, but in practice I haven't really found good use for it. It just made things a little bit more difficult. Okay, in here I don't have my eagle, I think. Yeah. So I had to use my only Gatling barrage, only sentry, and a couple of grenades to fight all these guys. There were a bunch of hunters, by the way, and pouncers, surprisingly. Pouncers especially, as you can see. But they're not that big of a deal. Excuse me, tea time. If you have tea, it is now officially tea time. Beautiful. Beautiful. Nope. Nope. Yeah, that grenade pistol shot was not the smartest, but yeah. Yeah, I thought it was clear here to reload my weapon, and I kind of was, but then that charger appeared there out of nowhere and made things worse, and now that Alpha Commander as well called it. So yeah, I had to run away from that corner, otherwise I would die. That was not nice from that guy. That rock just out of nowhere. And there you go. That was a beautiful miss with a grenade launcher. I mean, grenade pistol on my part. Also, that guy had no clue where I was, so that was very funny. Yeah, and finally, we can reload the recoilless rifle in peace. So yeah, really no problems so far using the recoilless rifle. You just have to be a little bit quick on your feet, and that's it. When you see the, by the way, the icon on your bottom left bar, you know, with the stats such as grenades, ammo, stims, your health, etc. It's always good to check when you're reloading the recoilless rifle, when your like warhead shell thing icon goes from empty red to full white. The moment it does that, you can already like stand up or switch to your other weapon, and it will stay reloaded. I think a lot of people know that already, so yeah. But in case you didn't know, so yeah, there's that. You can tell how I'm boom reloaded, and then I stand back up, and my next recoilless rifle shot is ready. Somehow I was quick enough to kill that guy. I did not expect that. And here it's a relatively big outpost, so I had to throw a couple stratagems down there. Decided to pick up the SSSD and drop it somewhere closer to the direction of the main objective that I was going to anyway. And then here, yeah, we just settle nice and safe. Create our own hideout, or our own little nest in the bug nest itself. And just, as you can see, snipe out the bug holes, get rid of the main threats, while the Gatling sentry is covering us. Also, if you call down the Gatling sentry, the best and safest place to stand or keep yourself around is either right beside it. You have to be you have to be prone for that, or somewhere just, well, that can obstruct your character from the Gatling sentry, so that it doesn't shoot you by accident. Also, this was quite annoying. The Gatling sentry used most of its ammo on that guy, so I had to take him down quickly. Yeah. They really should make it so that these sentries ignore the units that have more armor than they can penetrate. Yeah, and in here I just decided to go in, which was maybe a bad idea because I had a bug breach shortly after.
How about a nice cup of liberty? You
Yeah.
will never destroy our way of life.
Mission at 20 minutes remaining.
I couldn't call in the eagle that I wanted, so I had to run away quickly. Okay, now I could do that, and now we're just popping the guys that come towards us. Simple as. Down to only one eagle left. Plus we are getting flanked here, so I decided to fall back a little.
Have a taste of democracy.
Use that small choke point sort of thing to use my eagle on. Last eagle on. By the way, there was a second wild titan right behind us, and I didn't see it the first time. Yeah, there it is.
Say hello to democracy.
Okay, somehow I had enough time to reload there. That hunter was just stuttering a lot. But this guy got his hit in. So it's very like... It's very weird how you have to manage your recoilless rifle reload sometimes in this game. Well, against bugs, of course. Because sometimes you look at the enemy that is approaching you and you're thinking, okay, will it miss? Will it not miss? Will it attack? Will it not attack? You know, they're very unpredictable in that regard. Yeah, but here we're basically wasting more time here again. I really shouldn't have, I think, like, entered the bug outpost itself. Because, well, you can see that as soon as I did, suddenly a bunch of enemies appeared and called in a bug breach, which, well, was just a big time waste. Otherwise, yeah, we're done. No more bugs here. Beautiful.
Eagle, back in the fight.
Negative.
Yeah, I really wasn't happy with my performance here. I decided to just get rid of them because they might as well maybe see me if I went past them. I heard a charger there. I wanted to shoot him down, but I missed first time. Okay, I didn't miss. I missed its head. That is. And we're entering this main objective kind of confident. Got a bunch of stratagems already prepared for us to use. And there was just barely any enemies on the spot. So it was pretty smooth. I decided to use an eagle right there in hopes that it would hit like these two guys. Yeah. And they still got in the bug breach. So I just threw an orbital somewhere in that general direction. Because it's not a orbital strike such as a gas strike, I'm not really worried about the Gatling barrage's like placement, because well, it will just hit a bunch of places at the same time anyway. I placed the sentry there for extra cover, and you can tell that it has paid off. And look at that, 55, 59 kills. That guy just decided to damage me for no reason. And now look at that, look at that, look at that. And 69. That's the final kill count. Otherwise, yeah. We're pretty much done here. 15 minutes left of the mission. This guy is, well, interesting. A death pose. He went out in style, that's all I'm gonna say. And this is my thumbnail shot now. Yeah, beautiful. Now we're just turning the satellite tower. Hoping for the best. Seeing a bunch of enemies there, grouping up. I've decided that since they're going to attack my sentry anyway, I might as well call in an eagle to get rid of most of them. I didn't want these guys to follow me, so I shot them down. And then this charger here is, well, I don't think he really knows what he's doing. Since I couldn't aim for his head, I was just shooting at his body. But he's gonna bleed out. Watch this. And now he's a fidget spinner who went into the water. Also, yeah, if you fall down into like even the smallest smudge of water in Helldivers, your character will just stand up instantly. I don't know why. It's just, that's just how it works.
Sending down equipment package.
No pain, no breathing. Tagging map.
Yeah, now it's time for the Meganist. It was quite awful. We haven't had any deaths so far, but Meganist is going to change that real quick. But otherwise we, well, had quite an interesting experience there. I was debating on whether I should use my Gatling barrage there against these enemies, but decided against that because I need as much firepower for that Meganist as possible. So I just decided to wait for them to go by. Anyway, tea time.
Liberty emerges victorious yet again. Extract when ready.
Yep. So the mission so far was pretty smooth, I'd say. Up until, well, the Meganist. I don't really have much experience tackling these things, but again, I think that orbital barrages with more AoE would do better, like 120, 380, orbital napalm, somewhere along those lines. Yeah. Not only will they maybe hit some of the bug holes, but they will also take care of most of the enemies in there. So they will like kind of soften up the nest. But yeah, this loadout is not about that. It's not very good against Meganist, so I had to go in at some point and shoot all these things down. But this was horrible. There you go, finally. I was waiting for that impaler there to the left to do its thing, but he was too slow. So I had to run away again. Another bug breach. So I had to do a bunch there. All the usual throw two offensive stratagems. Throw one turret. And just go ham look at the kill count go. Have fun. Have happy fun times, you know.
Sending down support weapon.
That's called democracy!
That was not expected from that guy. I have one more shot in my recoilless rifle. I don't know if I used it or not, but I called another one just in case because I knew that I was gonna need it at some point.
Another one bites the
Yeah,
dust.
okay. Yeah, I did use it here, obviously. Yep.
Mission at 10 minutes.
These guys were stalling for whatever reason. They were not really using their technicals until now. And well, from here it's just easy work. Impalers aren't that bad, you know. That was quite lucky, I'd say. That was almost a direct hit and I still survived that somehow. That is not where I wanted to throw it. But, surprisingly, turned out pretty well. 12 kills.
Thank you.
I think that's because the enemies already tried to go forward to attack me. Oh, that was a beautiful miss, wasn't it?
Administering freedom.
Say hello to the
But yeah, look at the ergonomics on this weapon. It's just beautiful. So snappy, so responsive. Very nice.
Another one bites the dust.
Kills almost anything instantly. Quickly ejecting the shell while we have time. Throwing in a grenade to push them back.
Have a taste of democracy!
Calling a resupply for obvious reasons. Just one stim to our name is not good. I threw in that orbital Gatling barrage thinking that there was still a bunch of enemies coming my way from that side, but apparently not. There was just a couple, and yeah, that death there was not nice.
Request approved. Reinforcements have been launched.
So at this point, since I was
Negative.
called in so far away, I decided, okay, I might as well just go in, do some work on this Meganist. Because I'm not really focused on the enemies, I'm focused on, obviously, taking care of the bug holes. Somehow managed to dodge that charger. Dodged all of these guys. Even managed to throw in one of those. And yeah, we're just running around. That was a horrible shot. So I decided to not waste any more time and throw the last 2 frag grenades in their head. And with that, we had only done 2 bug holes before, and now we're up to 8. 9. Which is awesome, I'd say. It was a good progress.
Thank you.
Just 2 left. And I think it's pretty simple for me. Oh, no, okay, no, I'm sorry. I had one more death here, right. Because, well, no stems, and also I had a bunch of people following me. No grenades, nothing to, well, deal with the horde. So I had to kind of stand my ground here for a little. Hold in the sentry when I could. Yeah, and he helped just a little bit before he got absolutely obliterated.
Liberty forsaken arm!
And then finally the eagle decided to show up. And there's that. Also, I really don't like these guys, so I'm just shooting them as soon as I see them. I don't think anybody likes Alpha Commanders, honestly. Also, I thought I could tank the hit, but apparently I couldn't. And that was my second, and I think the last death? I'm not sure. Oh, I did not want to throw a grenade there. I wanted to melee him. I don't usually fumble like that. But here I had to run away and use 2 grenades on this guy and something more. No, 3. Okay. Yeah, so the impalers, by the way, if you shoot them to the forehead with a grenade pistol, they die to 2 to 3 shots, usually. Which is just very surprising, given their size and like health pool. Only 5 minutes left on the mission, but that's fine, because we're already almost done with the Mechanist. I forgot that I had the HE, like how's it called, mode set on the recoilless rifle, not the heat, not the anti-tank. Oh, that reload there was not good. Okay, maybe here it's safe. Yeah. There you go. And there's a 38 kills. Yeah. So, my plan here is to just, well, go back to the resupply, find the last 2 bug holes, get rid of them, and just extract. But since we are running out of time yet again, I also was thinking about, okay, well, I might as well take the seg and just wait out the extraction timer. Also, that that guy there was very annoying. Just stood there like an idiot, doing nothing. Also, this is the #1 thing that I don't like about impalers. Like, in general, they're pretty good enemy. But this is the thing that I don't understand and I don't like about them. When they die and they deploy their tentacles have this bug, I believe it's a bug, where they can attack you 1 more time. And in very rare cases, they can attack you 2 times after death. That just does not make any sense to me. Like, the user is dead. The tentacles have detached from the user. They're not sentient, are they? Right? They're tentacles. It's like cutting off a hand from someone. It's not like it's going to move. Or be sentient, for that matter. Okay, maybe a bit of a morbid like example, but still, you get my point. Yeah, I also wanted to use my recoilless rifle on that Alpha Commander, but I guess I was a little bit too slow.
Throwing grenade!
Otherwise, we're just running away from these guys. They called in another bug breach, but that's the last bug breach they will call. And there's just 1 more bug hole left. I wanted to shoot it down from here, but then, well, given my aim, I decided against that and waited for them to come up closer to my position before jumping down. Yeah, like that. So then I had a little bit more time to do this. And now there's just 2 minutes left. Bile Titan behind us. Alpha Commander doing this thing. Closing out that, like, choke point.
Have a taste of democracy!
I couldn't really reload here, because, well, I had a bunch of enemies on me, and the Bile Titan, which is the quickest of them all. Maybe somewhere there I was reloading? No, yeah. Yeah, here. Okay, good. And the Bile Titan was stalling a bunch in here as well. He had a very good opportunity to spew his bile attack thingy. but didn't do it, and paid the ultimate price. Otherwise now, it's just a victory lap. Yeah, see? Just a victory lap. And we're essentially just getting the mutated egg and the leftovers of the resupplies. So... got the egg, got the last box, which will resupply us almost fully. And now we just run. Now we just skedaddle.
Dropping a pin.
I wanted to throw in a couple more stratagems,
Orbital barrage
just in
incoming.
case.
Stand clear.
Because, well, you see, they were still following us here.
Extraction is available.
Yeah, I think that was a good call. They either got distracted or most of them died. One by one. Except for the charger. He knows
Super destroyer leaving low
where I am.
orbit. Emergency extraction shuttle deployed.
Yep. But once we go around this rock, and then the second one, he theoretically should lose track of us.
Affirmative.
Well, at least that's how the enemies in this game work, I think. It's like, if you go around two rocks, the enemies will go towards the rock that they last saw you, and if they don't find you, then they will lose track of you. It's kind of like that.
ETA T-minus 1 minute 30 seconds.
So yeah, we're just stalling, just waiting for the clock to, well, tick out. to, yeah, what was I? I don't know why I'm so happy here. I guess because there are no enemies.
ETA T-minus 1
But at the same
minute.
time, yeah, here I just remembered that, hey, maybe I shouldn't stay this close to the extraction point, because otherwise a bunch of enemies will just spawn in. So I decided to hide in this bush, which was a good idea. You can see here, got a couple of enemies pretty close to us.
Affirmative.
There, and now they went past. But still, I wasn't far enough from the extraction point. A bunch of enemies did spawn in, so I kind of had to run for it. And also, this there, I believe, was the
ETA T-minus 40
sea artillery
seconds.
that we didn't do. I could tell by the big old circle in the middle, as well as like a small dent to the side, which is like a like trench, I would say. So somewhat of a trench for those warheads.
This is Pelican 1, preparing for touchdown.
Otherwise, yeah, they called in another bug breach, because of course they did. And our job here is to just run away, because we're done with the mission. Just
Pelican 1,
get the egg
preparing
to the shuttle, survive,
in 20 seconds.
and have a party afterwards on the Super Destroyer.
Affirmative.
There you go. That was pretty smooth.
Extraction complete. Pelican 1 beginning ascent.
I'm quite happy with this attempt. A bit sloppy here and there, but overall pretty good.
Democracy prevails once more.
Yeah, pretty fun loadout, I'd say. If you're going solo, usually the extra firepower from the sentries is good. Like the autocannon, rocket sentry, the Gatling sentry is also pretty awesome, as you can see here. Well, I mean, as you saw here. And yeah, just overall good general use loadout, with the recoilless rifle counting as the anti-tank solution. Ah, and the beautiful cowardly, no, courtly bow. There you go. English today. 990 kills. I usually get like up to 1,000 kills these games, even if I fail them. But otherwise, thank you, divers, for watching, and I'll see you on the front lines.